Hi folks, we're still working on the bill here. And we're just chopping this out a little bit. Remember, you can use your thumb to guide your knife in very easily. You know, you can use that a lot to control your blade like I'm doing now. See what a difference that makes than trying to do it this way and trying to pull it. It makes it much more easier. So we're just going to keep chopping a little bit more of this out here. And we're going to start rounding up the face here in a little bit. Okay, we're going to do the other side a little bit more. Alright, see if that's the same distance, just to see with the face if that's the same. Yeah, it is. Okay, you know, we're going to just kind of leave that right now the way it is, and we're just going to round this off right here. Okay, probably actually coming down on this. That's really tough because we're going right across the grain. That makes it really tough. See how we have that started to round up a little bit? Alright. Alright. Same thing here. We're just going to round up this head a little bit more. And over here, same way. We're going to dig that neck out a little further in a little bit here. I'm just trying to bring this back a little bit. Alright, just like so. I'm going to go underneath this, the chin area here, and we're just going to scoop this up. Just like so. I see how we have that rounded a little bit. And same thing over here, we're going to get rid of that point there. Alright, so we have this rounded, and the thing we've got to determine really is where his head's going to be kind of big, which I think will look kind of cute with a big head and big feet. So here's where the eye roughly is going to be. So we need to scoop this portion of it out right there. Let me measure that a little bit and do the same thing over here. Measure that. Okay, that's where our eye will be, or close to it, more towards the front actually. And we are going to put a line across that way. So that's roughly, because he's looking down, kind of down, so that's how we're going to cut it out. What I want you to do is take a knife, and we're just going to scoop this out. Now it's going to be a little bit tough because of the way the grain is running, so let's go from the top down. That seems to work pretty good there. So, well, actually, before we do that, why don't we measure where we're going to, how far that crown of that head's going to be. Okay, that looks about right. Alright, so we're not going to go further than that when we cut this out. Alright, we're just going to kind of scoop it around, and we're going to scoop this out. Okay, you're going to make kind of a hollow curvature there. And then it will go back to the back like so. Alright, so a lot of guidelines to know where to go. Okay, just like so. I know this is overly exaggerated, which is fine. I do want that anyway because it's a baby duckling, so things are a little more exaggerated than normal. Alright, so okay, see how we have that? Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to just scoop this out and go to the front here. Now that bill is going to be smaller a little bit. We're just going to scoop this out. I'm going to try to go up to that line. I just, you know, I eye it up all the time. Okay. Try to measure it and try to cut it the same if you can, or close to it. Alright, that's good. For some reason this side of the wood is a little bit tougher, just a little bit odder to work with. It feels a little different. I'm going to get rid of those little lines there. We're going to blend that in a little bit. And that. Alright, and then the top, kind of round that off a little bit, like so. Around it towards the center there. Same thing over here, we're going to round that off. Okay, there's a lot more in the front we've got to do. We're nowhere near getting it done here, so. Okay, so he's coming along. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this before I go to the show, but I'll certainly give it a try here. What we're going to do, we're just going to bring this around a little bit. Same thing over here, we're just going to bring this around just a tad. Alright. Okay folks, we're running out of time.